Good morning from a back garden. I've come into queue to see orchids, but first, have breakfast.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
This is our breakfast spot. It's quite nice, isn't it? Inside what was Museum Number 1 and is now the Botanical. Check out the orchid queue. It's pretty intense. We did come in first thing, but obviously then we had breakfast, so the queue developed in that time. Can't ever remember seeing a queue before, but then never really comes to the festival at the weekends. It's pretty orchidy in here. A big slot. I think there's a hummingbird.
Oh, they've got an angelfish, an archerfish over there. That one at the far side, it spits water and knocks insects off the house.
Welcome to the woods of Polesdon Lacy. This is not how you get into Polesdon Lacy. This is how you're not supposed to get into Polesdon Lacy, but you're trying to cut your walk short. So, sneaking through the woods.
Right, that bit, right.
This bit was the icing and the cake.
Okay, we'll make sure of that.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yes, we'll make sure of that.
Every bit of cake is completely unique and different.
Yes. Right, Albert. Are you ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Albert. Happy birthday to you.
Hooray! You can blow. Oh, you have to get nearer than that. Oh, that's good. That's strong.
You do it.
You carry on you.
Way, whoa, got that. Hooray!
Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, obviously. It's never morning. Welcome to episode 1 and possibly the last episode of Under the Red Umbrella. This was not a deliberate choice, but it now seems appropriate. So, 7 MPs have just left the Labour Party. It's not surprising. Fair play to them. It's a very difficult thing to do. Party politics is a nasty thing, but ultimately it provides you with funding and support without which you can't really get elected. That's why there's so few independent MPs. It's quite difficult to do. They've left for a number of reasons. The most obvious ones are the fact that the Labour Party does not know how to deal with anti-Semitism and Brexit. It doesn't know how to deal with that either. It claims to be against austerity but simultaneously for Brexit, something that doesn't make sense at all because you can't be both. Brexit is essentially austerity by another name. It's forced. So fair play to the 7 who've left. I think that it's a very noble thing and a very difficult thing to do. They're going to get a lot of abuse from people who either don't understand or don't want to understand the root causes of the problem. And it'll be interesting to see if it does bring about a true realignment of British politics, which is what is desperately needed. That's all I have to say from my red umbrella for the time being. Thank you for watching. As you saw, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in London Beautiful days, lovely weather, sunshine, blue sky. Yesterday it turned some point in mid-afternoon, and today it's just a bit shit, but it is February, so can't complain too much. The reason I'm wandering around in this shit weather is because I need some kimchi for veggie lunch. Hi there, happy Tuesday. So this morning I've been doing a video project which hopefully I've finished. It was surprisingly easy. I've definitely cursed it now. There's always some changes, but it seemed quite straightforward, so that's good. So I'm now going to go and get a haircut, hopefully, presuming that there isn't like 3,000 kids because it's half term, and go for a bit of a walk, although the weather is very confused, but there is the chance of sun. Cool, that was easy. Actually got a new guy at the hairdresser, young guy, he's just starting, but you know, he seems to know what he's doing. Cutting my hair is not difficult in the grand scheme of things. One, because I'm not too fussy, and two, because I don't want anything clever. I don't think I'm going into the gardens because the weather is just a bit cloudy and there's a bit of a breeze. So I'm just going to do a bit of a loop and then end up on M&S and buy some things, go home, wait for the changes to come in for this thing. They will. And plan out the rest of my week. Right, I'm going to go for a little walk into the gardens, take my laptop and discs and things with me just in case somebody rings and wants some more changes to whatever. Just quickly, although I don't have a blue umbrella, it's worth noting that 3 Tory MPs have resigned from the Conservative Party this morning, as well as 1 more Labour MP. So that's a total of 11 MPs from the 2 largest parties have now resigned to sit in this. It's not a party, but it's a sort of working group of 11 MPs who are disenfranchised with their existing leadership. The sands are shifting. That's all I can say at this point. Right then, I'm going to try a little bit of vlogging on the old EOS M because I can do things like zoom and depth of field and ting. So we're going for a little walk into Kew and we'll just see where the day takes us. It's a pretty nice day. It's always a risk when you leave the house and it's completely grey, but you just got to trust the weather maps, and they showed blue and we have blue, so pretty happy with that. Just going to wander over to the temperate house because it's warmer there. It's the long and the short of it, and it's sheltered and it's a nice place to hang out in the day. That was good. I got lots of board paper reading on the iPad done, and now I need to go and find forage for my lunch, basically. So I'm going to wander into Richmond because tomorrow I'm eating Lindsay for lunch, so I don't want to go and buy a load of things from M&S and then leave them. So let's see what wonders I can find in the borough's capital. So after a massively underwhelming experience at McDonald's, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm going to walk back via Richmond Park. It's quite a long way back, but it's too nice a day and I've been sitting down too long for the last couple of days. So this should be a fun little stroll. So here we are. Just trying the camera out in crop mode, which gives me much more zoom. But there's not many people up here today. Let's go for a wander. Made it to East Sheen Common. The battery is going to die on this very shortly though. But you know, still, it's been a good day. It's been a good day vlogging. I've got a lot of updates on this year's travel arrangements to talk you through, but I'm going to have to switch cameras for that. So for the time being, I'll let you enjoy these barren woods. So, just leaving East Sheen Common, I'm going to walk down the road, down the Mortlake Road, pretty much. It's a cricket pitch here, and there's a football pitch further down. It's got some amazing old buildings, which you might be able to make out in the distance, which were all part of the park when it was originally built. Parks aren't built. Enclosed, let's say. And there's also a rather nice pub down here on the left-hand side, next to the church. Here it is, the Victoria. It's a good pub if you are ever in the East Sheen area. Does a good roast as well. Here we go, and a bottomless brunch on a Saturday. Ooh, Actually, what am I doing this Saturday? You can see all the way down the road, down to the plains of Brentford no less, in the distance. Nice. Right then, almost home. Just coming through Hammersmith and Fulham Cemetery, which is nowhere near Hammersmith or Fulham. I think I've mentioned that before. Anyway, yeah, I'll get home and then we'll have a little chat about travel this year, which is starting to look a little bit silly. Check out the sunset. It's lovely, isn't it? It's looking very nice out there. Right, update time. I said I was going to talk about some of the trips that are upcoming because it's getting a bit manic. So obviously Madrid we've had, tick, great. Then next 2 weeks on Friday we're going to the Cotswolds. That's definitely happening and I'm very much looking forward to it. We're staying in a little place just west of Malmesbury on a farm, and it's going to be very nice and relaxing. Then about a week and a half after that, no, 2 weeks after that, I'm most likely going to be in Washington DC for another project that's very much like the Madrid one, for about 3 or 4 days. Milan is happening but not with me, so I am not going to see Milan just yet. And then the next trip, we're going to Seville. That is definitely happening at the end of April. And then in July, Dublin, that is most likely happening. Or it is happening. I think I'm involved. So that is middle of July. End of July, beginning of August, family holiday, Switzerland. We're trying to work out the logistics of how we might do that at the moment. It'll probably be Italy first and then Switzerland as it stands. That's not yet confirmed. And then the other bits I mentioned before, filming in Russia again, still not sure, and filming in the States again, probably, but again, not yet confirmed. And I think that is most of the travel that is going to happen this year, although it's all before the end of August, you'll note, which is a little bit insane. morning from Borough Market. Just been to Southwark Cathedral for a very early meeting, a very good meeting about Colt Homes development. But it's only 9:30 and I've got the rest of the morning, so I'm going to nip into the Webrid office, drop off a battery, and then I'm going to come back into town like a lunatic, but you know, why not? Frankly, the day's young.
So that would
Which
be
is-
equivalent, probably.
So if we take two XFs, we're going to have the heaviest bit is going to be the SDI cable.
Yeah, we're going to get a new SDI. Or not?
Short ones. I thought you were going to buy
Oh no, I told you I've got short ones. Where have I put them?
Not sure.
I put them somewhere in here.
We'll find
So
it.
the short ones are there, but it's the long one that's the problem.
What's that?
The long one.
And we're going to need an HDMI cable to do that as well. So
It'll be on the cusp at 23.
So often the problem with vlogging is that I'm just beginning to talk about something that you've already seen, because by the time I've said it, obviously I've since uploaded the previous vlog, if that makes sense. So anyway, last week's vlog in Madrid is a new format that I'm trying out, and it's a vlog EP, and the principle is that I I do the regular version of the vlog, and then I farm out the exact same footage and bits and what have you to someone to remix. And you might remember the 2 weeks before the wedding, I got Higgy Pop to remix my vlog because I was slightly snowed under with work, and so I thought that's a good place to begin, is get the master of the unusual to be the first remixer on the first vlog EP. So last week's vlog you can see both the regular and the Higgy Pop remix. I'm open to ideas of other possible people who could remix the vlog, and I will take suggestions in all the normal places. It's half term, so the gardens are a fair bit busier during weekdays. At least today is the last day of half term, I suppose, so it might be back to normal next week. The weather is again unseasonably warm. Global warming is very real and very happening. Even when you have nice weeks like this, it's hard not to feel a sort of guilt for the impending doom. It is Friday as well, so that means that I will do a word of the week and a sign off shortly, as soon as I've thought of a word of the week. I can't help but notice when you're surrounded by this many people, aside from people's pleasure in the environment and what have you, the most common overheard conversation is people moaning and griping about something or other. It's just the nature of humanity, I suppose. It's that, you know, as they always say, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and more often than not, they're full of shit. But what can you do? Speaking of which, good segue into, since we last spoke under the red umbrella, there has been 2 more defections from the Labour Party to nowhere in particular. One's gone to the independent group, one's gone nowhere, and 3 defections from the Conservative Party, as I mentioned, to the independent group, which is not a political party, so it's not really not going to there, you're just going to somewhere to sit in the Commons, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to find a place where I can sit and get my laptop out and do a bit of work in the sunshine. I've managed a little bit of video work in the secluded garden greenhouse. It's really more of a shed, so that was good. Anyway, I've decided what the word of the week should be, so let's do that whilst I recall it. The word of the week this week, I think, based upon the fact that a lot of people are leaving different political parties, and I'll be leaving these gardens soon, is the verb to leave. To leave is the word of the week. First of all, in German, the verb to leave is verlassen. Verlassen is the verb to leave, and if you want to say I leave or I am leaving, you'd say ich verlasse. Ich verlasse is I leave. So that's German. Forgive the slight pause there, but I was looking something up in Italian with declinations. There's lots of different ways of actually saying this in Italian, but I was trying to find the simplest. Not necessarily the most common, but definitely the simplest. So in Italian, to leave is partire. The verb is partire. And if you would say I'm leaving, you'd say io parto. But as I say, there's other ways of saying it. But anyway, that is to leave in German and Italian, and that was this week's word of the week. So as I mentioned, it's Friday, it's the end of the week. It's been a slightly weird week because I've been doing lots of different bitty jobs all over the place, but nothing really substantial. I'm going to sign off for now because I have to be up reasonably early tomorrow, because next week is starting with a board away morning. Another one, I should mention. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and click the bell and do all the appropriate actions that allows you to see more of these. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.